Oh, we got some funny stuff today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's start here. With Madam Web bombing, it's time to ask, who wants a Spider-Verse without Spider-Man? You had to wait till Madam Web bombed to ask that question. The answer is nobody wants a Spider-Verse without Spider-Man. Doing these movies was always a dumb idea. And the only reason that it's being done in the first place is because Sony, like most companies, is greedy. And they see what Marvel is doing, and they think that they can take Spider-Man's supporting cast and turn it into a Spider-Verse, which doesn't work. I could have pointed you to Spider-Man spin-off sales for comic books and told you this. But these companies, they know better. They can do it better than everybody else. I'm trying to think now. The only other character from Spider-Man's little rogues gallery and supporting cast that had a successful run is Venom. Venom has actually been able to stand on his own and have his own kind of lore built out, especially that Donny Cates and Ryan Stegman run. They actually built a really impressive backstory and lore for the symbiotes. He's able to work. They've made that character a successful character that stands on his own. But I think to like Silver Sable books, Black Cat books, all these other comic books that have tried to spin out of Spider-Man, they get limited series or they try to do their own thing and then the sales fall off a cliff. They just work better with Spider-Man. I'm sorry. I think you could do something with Black Cat. But before you do that, she needs to be introduced in Spider-Man. It's the same thing with Silver Sable. They were talking about doing a Silver Sable movie. You can't do Silver Sable without Spider-Man. And after that, I don't want a Silver Sable movie. I don't care that much about Silver Sable. She was made and designed to make Spider-Man comics better, to make his books interesting. And that is kind of the problem. But let's take a look at some of this Madam Web drama, because this is really interesting shit here. And I want to go over it because there was something in here that I thought was very, very interesting. And that was that movie theaters saw their tickets get canceled in real time the day the movie came out, which I don't think I've ever read that before. So this is from the Hollywood Reporter going over the inside Sony's Madam Web collapse. Forget about a new franchise. We should have never got this movie in the first place. Madam Web has the same problem Silver Sable has. She was made and designed to make Spider-Man comics better, make him interesting. These characters themselves aren't that interesting. And anybody who saw this movie learned that real quick, because most of the shit in this movie, it was completely made up for the movie. Like Ezekiel, that was not Ezekiel. I don't know who the hell that was in the movie, but that wasn't Ezekiel. You might as well just give him a new name. But no, they used Ezekiel instead. But I want to show you this. This quote right here is wild. On Wednesday night, you could actually watch advanced purchase sales declining in real time as buyers were refunding their tickets. Marvel's a major theatrical chain insider. It really says something when you'd rather have Shazam 2 numbers. It marked one of the lowest starts in Hollywood history for a film based on a Marvel character. Domestic box office for the first 6 days in North America was just $26.2 million after opening midweek. International is at $25.7 million from 61 markets. But I think the real key thing here is that when the movie came out, advance purchases were getting canceled. So that means people that went and watched this shit on Valentine's Day told their buddies, yo, this movie's hot trash, bro. And they fucking canceled the tickets that they bought. This is wild stuff. But there's a couple of copes in here that I don't like. Talking about, they act like this is the end of the superhero stuff, and they run with that. They run with that superhero fatigue bullshit, which is a lie. There's no such thing as superhero fatigue. That's a lie. And it's right here. Here it is. Superhero fatigue. That's their big cope with this. Oh, I lost it. Here it is. It's not superhero fatigue. It's shitty movie fatigue. I find it funny that they're scratching their head on why a movie called Madam Web failed. Probably because nobody gives a shit about Madam Web. She doesn't have her own history to go on. They had to make up all kinds of shit to make this movie work. And it didn't even work. She's not good enough to have her own movie. I think that should be clear by now. And I can't wait for Kraven to fail. Kraven's the next one that's going to fall into a hole. Because nobody gives a shit about Kraven outside of Spider-Man. It's just not going to work. And it's not going to be like Joker. Joker was its own thing. Also, Joker is just as big as Batman at this point. Everybody knows Joker. Everybody loves Joker. He's one of the most popular villains in the world. And they're going to try to do these other... I read they want to do a Mr. Freeze movie. That's going to fail. Mr. Freeze is nowhere near the level that Joker is. Two-Face. None of the other villains are. I don't know if you could do this with any other villains. Like, Joker's kind of his own thing. He's that popular. But I like how they try to rack this up as superhero fatigue and that this means trouble. No, it doesn't mean trouble. Number one, women weren't interested in this. I talked about that yesterday. They weren't going to come and see this movie. They don't have any interest in this movie. They don't care. This movie was marketed to women, and that was a mistake. If you want to do this, you need to market it towards men. You already had beautiful women in it. Dakota Johnson, Cindy Sweeney, two beautiful women. You should have had them in sexy superhero costumes the entire movie. Spoilers, it probably would have sold better. But everyone's panicking. Oh, no. What does this mean? Well, it means don't take obscure characters and make a fucking movie about them. How about that? How about that? That's an idea. Just waiting to pop. Don't take obscure characters nobody gives a shit about and make a movie about them. Take a character has an established history. Make a movie about them. Make that movie. Don't take some C-list character, D-list character like Hypno Hustler. That's the next movie that they're talking about doing that, and that one about the wrestler. Don't make those movies either. Idiots, man. I could have told you this movie was going to fail when it was announced. I'm pretty sure I did say it was going to fail when it was announced. And here we are. But, oh, no, now everything's collapsing. Stop making shitty movies. Anyway, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think about all of this in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here. If you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my Locals.